Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining us. Today we are on the second lap of this very exciting series of webinars that Stacko has started rolling out. Last time we covered DevOps, and today we are going to drive through image technology. Incidentally, when I was having my morning coffee today, there was some very interesting headlines and there was a pattern to them. There was this big investment bank that is using drones and images before it cracks or executes any deal. It goes through shipping yards, it travels through mines and refineries and plants before it does anything. Second, not so serious, but equally impactful. A lot of London cops have caught these weird thieves who were apparently stealing Christmas trees. And this was again through images. And there was something about farmers, there was something about insurance agents. So clearly, we do live in a world of Instagram and selfies, but there's more to images, especially for enterprises. It's going to be a game changing power. But what is this power? No wonder it's like a plus $100 billion market, which is going to hit as soon as 2026 or 2027. Why? We may wonder. The answer is going to be navigated in this webinar. And after a good overview, we'll have a very interesting panel discussion, which will take us from 2D to 7D, all possible dimensions of this technology. I think the first time somebody captured a good image was like the printing press. It changed the fate of the written word. Today, it's going to, not today, but when the first image was captured, it changed the very meaning of what an image could mean. It's not a bundle of pixels. From capturing images, we have moved to enhancing images, restoring images, storing them well, preserving them, putting intelligence into them, segmenting them, recognizing them, and finding patterns in them. So, how does all this translate for enterprises? Let's see if we can understand that today. So, let's kickstart this. Let's get a good shot at this. And for this, I would first request a very esteemed and expert person who is here with us, Mr. Naren Bandari. He's the managing partner for New Zealand and Australia for Stacko. He brings over 30 years of experience across the Atlas. And he's going to help us get a 30,000 feet overview of what this technology means from a strategy point of view. Naren, can you please help us understand?
Thank you, Pratima. Welcome, everyone. My name is Naren Bandari from Telcos, Australia and New Zealand offices in Sydney. Right now, the festive season in Sydney has already commenced. Like you, I shall be sharing photos with my family and friend. Each photo or video can be a message. This is where image analytic journey starts. People will always analyze what I tell them through pictures. Imagine this being done by a machine. For example, analyzing the opera house in the background in my picture, and so on. Image is all about capturing visual data in as many different ways as we can. We know imaging technology has gained new levels of sophistication with advanced image capture devices, satellites, drones, autonomous vehicles, number of pixels, the resolution depth. And then we have IoT, augmented reality, face recognition, pattern recognition, remote detection, compression, image stamping, and so on. With all this, the imaging becomes a new technology landscape. At this time, the field of analytics has exploded. We're all familiar with the big data, intelligent storage, real-time processing, and a lot more. Now imagine what happens when these two exponentially strong fields come together. This is what image analytics is all about, guys. The good thing is imaging is not just for medical imaging anymore. All kind of enterprises are leveraging image analytics today. The market is rapidly growing. The important thing is how it applies to your environment. and how you can take advantage of this technology right now. We're happy to be part of your thought process. Thank you.
Lovely. Thank you, Naren. That was quite an x-ray of what this technology actually means. But let's get even deeper. And to do that, let's have a very multi-dimensional panel discussion. I have a very versatile panel sitting here with me. First, we have Ms. Charu Bhargav. She is the VP Strategies here, and she has 20 plus years of experience on the actual business and project side of it. She has been in the trenches, so she can tell us properly what this technology translates into for enterprises at the user level. We also have Mr. Bhaskar Chugh with us. He's the practice head, and he has 16 years of experience in this domain. Interestingly, he knows the pulse of the user. He can bring the client side perspective here. And of course, for the bare bones, for all the tech jobs, I again have Mr. Rahul Saxena. He's the solution architect, 12 years of experience on the tools and technology side. Great panel with us. First, let's again go back to the business side of it. Naren, your overview had this very interesting set of words, operative words, all kinds of businesses. Can you elaborate on that? Really, all kinds of businesses can take advantage of it?
Pratima, is that question for me?
Yes, Naren. Yeah.
Okay.
If
All
you can
right.
tell us what it means for
Yeah,
business.
sure.
Yeah.
Thank you, Pratima. I'll be delighted to. Frankly, the image analytics will provide previously unimagined, unprocessed, unthought of data that converts images into a very powerful knowledge. It could almost be like a gold mine, which helps improve margins, profits, creates new competitive differentiators and revenue streams for our businesses. All kind of businesses can make use of image analytics opportunities, and they should not be left behind. Image analytics provides continuous feedback and transformation. For example, in a retail store, it helps to increase conversion. It helps with lots of information such as footfall, time spent in the store, and indeed which part of the store customers are spending more time in. It will help organizations innovate with new offerings, methodologies, business models, and improve customer experiences. Like BI, business integration, the image analytics may become a key component in strategic decision making. This is the best time, if you ask me, for any enterprise to look into the applications of image technology. I strongly recommend CXOs to start exploring these opportunities. I personally believe there's not a huge investment. I recommend running a feasibility study or a proof of concept that Stacko can certainly help with. This could be instrumental, guys, in your future growth. So please consider it seriously. Thank you.
Wow, that sounds really extraordinary. Okay, this is great to great to hear, but is this translating from the lab to the last mile? Naren mentioned this very interesting part about retail. Charu, you have been on the actual usage side of it. You've done projects in this domain. Can you help us understand how can CX, the customer experience part, be really augmented with image technology? If and how?
So thank you,
Charu,
Pratima.
yeah.
Thank you, Pratima. And retail, as you mentioned, and customer experience and CX side of it. So this is a very interesting area. And truly, the entire business transaction takes part on the retail side. So how good you are at all those things, once it gets translated to the retail counter, it makes an impact. So if you really look, the image recognition industry is expected to grow from only in the retail sector by almost 22% CAGR from 2020 to 2027. But why so? We first need to understand before understanding the application on the retail side. So, as investors, as business owners, as retailers, what we actually need today is informed decision making. and image analytics is actually a key to it. What we actually need to look, or what retailers really look, is to understand through image analytics on shelf availability, enhance customer experience, and maximize ROIs, as rightly said by Naren. So, just looking at where all image analytics can help on the retail side, the most important is virtual merchandising, where you compare what actually you need and what actually is going on the retail. It also enables you to create a seamless and uniform experience of one retail chain across retail showrooms. So it gives you that confidence that my brand stands for it. And this can be done through image analytics in a very nice way. It also increases presence of good at point of sale. So you use image recognition techniques to understand what is needed where. Space planning becomes very important on the retail side. What to keep and how to keep to increase the, I would say, on counter pickups. Then supply chain replenishment is one area which image analytics really takes care of. Most important, and now as the real estate is also increasing and you have land shortages, most important part is heat mapping, which image analytics really help in a very nice way. So what heat mapping is, it actually measures the amount of motion in a particular store. It leads to identification of hot zones and where people spend most time in shopping. So this is a very I would say greatest advantage of image analytics is help you to understand store outlays. It also helps you to change the outlays to increase maximum hotspots in the area. And on the flip side, or on the contrary, it also helps you to identify or determine cold zones so that you actually can work on it and make them productive. Then coming on to consumer behavior. So visual analytics also help you to get more and deeper understanding on customer experience, customer moods, their preferences, their sentiments, and then you recommend according to them. Moreover, if you really look on the efficacies of the retail store, you need to understand staff interactions, what consumer likes, how is the footfall conversions happening, visual controls on product quality, that is display of products. If the material is moving out of the retail outlet, then what is its quality look like, its upkeep, its conditions, visual displays condition. So all these can be very well taken care of image analytics. Then product movement and its occupancy, which are the blind spots, missing spots. All this can be done very nicely by um, in the retail segment by image analytics. Then one of the biggest problem is retail crime reduction. So it helps you even to do that. And that is very well being practiced in many super warehouse, in airports, in multiplexes. So that's one of the biggest use of image analytics there. Then you have personal and smart advertising, which basically is based on your age, your what you buy, your buying pattern, your preferences, so that as a user you come to know what you like, and as a retailer one can actually pitch in what is your preference. So there are a lot more. And once you really look at retail initiatives, images everywhere. So right from the point you enter, or not even enter, when the point you start looking for something, from that time till you make a very informed decision, buying decision. And as a retailer, everywhere in the store there is image analytics. So where there is object, there is image, and then you can analyze and make a very informed decision. I hope I am able to explain it.
Of course, of course. That's awesome. I'm really excited about my future shopping trips now. Going to be fun. But you mentioned crime, and we were talking about cops earlier. So, if I can request Bhaskar to help us understand what happens for people who are in uniforms, who are making us safe, who are making our lives easier, whether they are on the roads, in police stations, prisons, or even on the IT security staff departments. Is something happening there with image technology?
Yes,
Bhaskar.
Pratima, thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much. It's a wonderful question, and I would like to have four areas covered in this law enforcement, like defense, security, police, traffic. And many companies are using image analytics technology to develop various methods to prevent and also to detect crimes or security and safety lapses in both the private and public sectors. Some applications identify locations where the crimes are most likely to happen based on the data gathered from previous events. Others use machine vision based algorithms to solve crime using facial recognition or behavioral analytics and validation softwares. Image analytics related image processing technologies are beginning to emerge into law enforcement. These tools for advertisers, retailers, or building managers will be repurposed for the security application. These applications open a new vistas for security potential, but they also allow for new criminal uses and new ways to deceive the public and to deceive the law enforcement. Pratima, I would like to discuss here two prime things here which are most commonly used in terms of the law enforcement using image analytics. Number one is that how you detect the technology. That means applications that detect pattern in images or videos, locating items, identifying behaviors, identifying people. That is the number one that has been used from the past a decade now. Second, we have been using creation of technologies, applications that generate new visual information either as a video or static images or augmented reality. So that is the two technologies that have been using throughout overall in law enforcement. If I talk about defense, security, or police or traffic. And now comes how we are going to use this and in which applications areas. I would like to name some of them because of shortage of time. So we have been using law enforcement and behavioral analytics, whether it's a public places like railway stations, bus stations. We have been using it in traffic movement. I mean, because of image analytics, people can get to know whether the speed is going 100 miles per hour or 80 miles per hour, and they can impose fine for breaking the traffic rules. Then we have the surveillance, that's para security and safety, and we have been using image analytics for crowd search for suspects and the criminals. Also, we have the option to access control and motion detection for restricted safety and security areas. We can have the video streaming to identify the person, means identify a person should only get the control, and if someone else is coming, then we will restrict the access for that particular person. And then you can have intrusion control. You can see people is genuine or not with the help of facial recognition. It also allows security teams to have the motion detection. You have different hospitals, different colleges, campus. You can have the security team. They can see the motion detection with the help of image analytics. It can also help you to find children and disoriented adults. It can identify and track criminals. It can be used to detect the potential or ongoing criminal behavior. It can track cheaters in casinos or from the frauds. It prevents and detect crimes. Facial recognition can be used for reassemble technology for the airports to passengers, check-ins and check-outs. Some banks use types of facial recognition software to help improve the customer experience as well as prevent fraud. I would happy to have the application here. We have the application that allows student to focus on studies through real-time image and behavioral analytics. It can also allow you to pattern detection of identify crimes. Image analytics tools allows organization to help and detect suspicious patterns or relationship invisible to even expert. So image analytics neural networks allows regulators and organizations to analyze the next moves, even unidentified criminals who can alert triggers a binary rule based security system. So in a nutshell, I would say, Pratima, it's a mix of lot of data with facial recognition or face resemblance technology at any checkpoint, and you are immediately a step ahead than the bad guy. Citizen services folks can use it to enhance public safety and fight crime with better efficiency now because their reaction speeds up are higher. In fact, at some point, the security aspect can be proactive too, and add to that possibility of doing it all minimum intrusion or the contact, because lot of checking can be automated and intelligent. that helps both the authorities and the citizens to cut a lot of time and inconvenience. That's a brief about security surveillance in all the 4 areas. Thank you.
So, Bhaskar, what you're saying means it makes life tough for the bad guy, but at the same time, it makes life easier for the good guys. That's what Image
Yes,
is
you're right.
doing?
Yes, you're right.
Okay,
You got it.
okay. Superb. That's exactly what we need now. Great.
Thank you, Pratima.
Okay. From Thank you. From cops to another important stakeholder of our world, which really makes an impact in our lives day to day, is the farmer. Does the farmer need this power? And if yes, how can they use it? And I have just the right person to help us understand that, Rahul. Rahul, you have been doing a lot of stuff in this area. Please help us understand what can image technology do for farmers and agriculture.
Thank you, Pratima, for
Rahul.
asking such a relevant question. Yeah, I'm audible, Pratima. I'm audible to you guys.
Yes, you
Yeah.
are.
Yes, you are.
So, yeah, thank you for asking such a question. In agriculture, let me tell you, image processing has been proved to be very effective tool for analysis in various fields and applications, especially in agriculture sector, where the parameters like canopy, yield, quality of products were the important measure for the farmer's point of view. So, as I can say, irrigation monitoring can be done using image analytics and by tracking satellite imagings of the fields. Processing of infrared images can act as an additional means to monitor and analyze irrigation. Even quality of yields can be ensured by the reliable and accurate method of image processing through sorting and grinding of fresh products. So if I list out some of its application and usage in agriculture domain, it plays important role for like managing and controlling the irrigation system, pest detection, for identification of nutrient deficiencies, for better yield management and weather readiness. There farmers are also can use it also for object tracking parts of image technology for crop monitoring and optimum land usage. Plus images can help agriculture experts in grading, inspection, vegetation measurement, irrigation, sorting, and lot more. Even growth of weeds can also be detected by using a combination of machine learning and image processing algorithm and techniques. So let me tell you, there is a lot of scope and potential in this domain through image processing, and we are really looking for helping people in this domain. Thank you.
That's very, very well said out. Yes, it makes the farmers more sharp and intelligent, as it sounds. Okay, I'm also curious to know what happens with another important sector, which is construction and real estate, and maybe even transport and infrastructure. For this, I would request Naren, if you can take us through that.
Certainly, Pratima, thank you. Um, well, we all know the traffic indicator on Google Maps can be considered as an example, which is all done through imaging and analytics. When I'm ready to go out, I look at my traffic app. It tells me which is the best route to take, how long it will take me to get from point A to point B. It really is helpful. And with the kind of the way the technology is evolving, it will be again, saving us a lot of time and efficiency. Now, just imagine this is all done incidentally through imaging and analytics. Just imagine if an image is superimposed with the real estate analysis of traffic data. People throughout the city get that information instantly. And especially when self-drive vehicles are coming, a lot of change will come. And we're not sitting in the car, but nevertheless, people like me still be driving their cars. So we need to know where the congestion is. And this information will be very helpful. In addition to that, you can check the health of the roads, the bridge conditions for scheduling repairs. You can check any road accidents, unforeseen incidents. You can it's not available, but I'm sure it will be available in the future. If there is a road accident, the app should be able to automatically dial for emergency help the police or the medico should be rushed to the site with the help of these apps. Um, Overall, whether it's in construction or roads or transport, the whole objective is we improve cost estimation of roads and repairs. We plan everything better. And in addition to that, we road damage detection for repair planning, for example, could be much better planned. The maintenance could be efficiently planned, and road assets, including safety and efficiency, could be much better planned. Thank you, Pratima.
Naren, can you also tell us something about telcos? Because they usually big scale investors in any new breakthrough. Is it
Sure,
going to mean
certainly.
anything to them?
I guess the main item in telcos are really the big towers we see, especially the mobile towers or the other assets they have above ground. Again, for asset management, maintenance, looking at the conditions of the towers, if there's anything which is kind of about to break, things can be planned very quickly. So again, anything for telco which is above the ground, these apps could be of great help.
Right, right. So while we're on the topic of pipes, let me bring in Bhaskar again because just before the webinar, he was telling me something very, very interesting about how refineries and even mining companies are using it. That's really mind blowing. Bhaskar, please tell us about that again.
Yes. Thank you very much, Pratima. And you rightly said we were discussing prior to this webinar regarding the oil and gas refineries and mining, and that is my forte. So I'm happy to discuss it here and answering your question. It's a very valid question, and thank you very much for passing that to me, and it's appreciated. So refineries and minings, I mean, it can be said that every industry can benefit from image analytics. While that may be true, and the refineries and mining will stand to benefit the most, I would say. The refineries and mining are one of the most lucrative industry. It is also one of the most dangerous, I would say. Image analytics optimizes business operations, productivity, and safety. And I would like to give you some of the examples and also some of the points which I have brought and if I have come across while traveling to different oil and gas pipelines and different destinations. So the foremost and the first is that it detects the detection and enhance the quality insurance. So one of the challenges in the refineries and mining industries identifying the improper threading in the pipeline or defects in error prone mechanisms. Defects found at the end of the production line from upstream issues cost factory and budget resources. For example, if the detected oil pipeline or machine is installed into production, this could result in severe damages. These losses are comparatively far higher than the cost of image analytics adoption. Deploying image analytics can identify the quality of production and provide deep insight of defects in analytics. Image analytics powered defect detection solutions are cost effective and extremely economical in comparison to prevailing processes. Second, I would say it ensures the safety and security standards. Refineries and mining plants operate in extremely critical environments, and risk of injury is much higher than traditional manufacturing environments. Employees in plants work under different temperatures, are sometimes exposed to toxic fumes, and must be aware of many moving mechanisms. Not allowing proper safety protocols can result in injury and financial penalties. I would like to bring one example when I was traveling to one of the cities in California where Tesoro Martinez refinery plant where sulfuric acid spill burned two employees. Describing the incident, Tesoro officials stated this could have been prevented if the employees were following proper safety standards. Companies are obliged to adhere to the safety standards enforced by the law. Not adhering to these standard results hefty fines. Even though there are ton of data to monitor safety issues, it is still a largely manual processes, such as manually monitoring camera feeds or physical safety sweeps to make sure that measures are effective. Current solutions only ensure are wearing a personal protection equipment that we call it as PPPE at the point of entry into the plant, not throughout the workday. An image analytical powered computer vision solution can monitor the work site to ensure workers are following safety procedures without any deviations. The camera data is fed into an image analytics algorithm, which will then be analyzed to send alerts and proactive recommendations. Image analytics solution can alert management even for the small deviation in compliance. It also reduces the production and maintenance cost. Refineries and mining product is extracted as stored in central repository and then distributed across pipeline and transport to various places. Due to various temperatures and environmental conditions, oil and gas components are even face material degradation and corrosion. Corrosion can cause component deformation, which results in faded threading or can weaken the pipeline itself. So I would say image analytics solution can prevent incident like from occurring. Image analytics and IoT technologies can detect sign of corrosion by analyzing various parameters using knowledge graphs and predictive intelligence. It also makes better decision with image analytics. Refining and mining businesses deal with lots of data coming from manufacturing processes, and due to the lack of proper analytical tool, they are unable to capitalize on massive data and resting the data silos. So companies can employ data engineers to manually analyze data to draw insights, but this is limited option in time and cost. Last but not the least, Pratima, it also uncovers new insights in refinery and mining exploration. To make this process easier and gather precise data, adopting autonomous image analytics powered robots for exploration is a great solution. Top oil and gas companies, I don't want to name it here, but they have been using drones to gather seismic images while image processing algorithms extract information. Based on these analyses, exploration are carried out. This process minimizes human risk and ensure accurate data. So to conclude, one, you have a way to capture a real-time image of an abrasive tear in an oil pipeline. It can alert you about impending repair downtime. Use of drones can be blended with images so that one can get off timely, accurate, and high-resolution data collection of mapping and surveys. The use of real-time images can also help in detecting leakages, spillage in any area of the plant. I hope I have answered your question, Pratima.
Of course, of course. And this sounds like we are in 2040 or something, some
Thank you.
sci-fi movie. It's really
Yes,
amazing.
yes. Thank you
But
very
one
much.
pattern,
Appreciate it.
yeah, it is, yeah. And
Yes,
what I'm feeling is there's this pattern to what advantages every industry is getting. There's cost, there's intelligence, there's real-time advantage, there's speed also. When we talk of
yes,
speed, Naren, can something happen for the insurance and banking industry side, like for the BFSI sector? How can they use
Certainly.
the speed for making things better? Yeah.
Certainly, Pratima. Thank you. I mean, two times we have to deal with the insurance company. Number one, when we take up insurance, for example, car insurance, they can ask us for a picture of the car we want to insure, and they can pre-evaluate, is there any existing damage, and so on and so forth. That will save a lot of time and a lot of questions. That can be automatically done. The second time, unfortunately, people have to contact insurance companies is if there is some damage, some accident, and some claim processing have to be done. Again, with the image analytics, all they're looking for is some pictures. Just click an image of the damaged asset, and the entire life cycle of the claim processing will commence. It will really shrink the overall time and cost to minimum. So there is a great efficiencies to be had with the insurance companies with these applications without compromising any accuracy or integrity of the job. In fact, it really should be a better customer service for the customer and improved efficiency for the companies. On the banking side, Bhaskar has touched upon that already. I guess the main focus of the banking should be, number one, customer experience, which this application will definitely help, and number two, improved safety. Bhaskar touched on both of these. It's certainly very, very useful to have in the banking industry. Thank you, Pratima.
Thank you. Superb. And while we are covering all the sectors, how can I let manufacturing skip by? And Charu, she has a very good grip on the sector. So Charu, before we close this industry part, please give us a small peek on what happens with image technology when plants and factories use it.
So thank you, Pratima. And manufacturing, if you really look, is like a small, I would say, town in itself. So what all has been covered by Naren, Bhaskar, Rahul to some extent, even in retail, manufacturing is a mix of everything. So if you really look, images, manufacturing are actually a good combination. So there are a lot many applications in the manufacturing area, right from predictive maintenance that Bhaskar very well covered in the refineries and all. So manufacturing is also a part, refinery is also part, kind of a, I would say manufacturing industry. So right from predictive to packaging of packaged product inspection, then reading barcodes for input and outward movement of goods is all can be managed by image analytics. Moving forward, if you really look at defect reduction and component management in the manufacturing sector, where you need to find out, for example, whether a product has been capped properly or not, can be done by image analytics. Positioning of various, I would say, input items on a product, labeling, print quality, because there are some products where print the instructions are very important on the product. Its quality can be inspected by image analytics. If you really look at various specific automobile or motoring sectors where there are minute things which human eye also cannot detect, there are nano cameras that actually can help you detect and exactly place the item or that part into that small unit. So there all image analytics plays a very big role. In fact, it is said that in the machine vision or in the motor sector, this image analytics is going to grow multifold. So the market size that is estimated in the coming future, that is 2 to 3 years, is estimated around 14 to 20 billion industry, just motor visioning in the motor sector. So that's the scale at which image analytics can be used in the manufacturing. Now, moreover, reading text, so because we are all a global I would say market where you import and export to various part of the world, so reading instructions in multilingual I will say text is difficult for human, because you can understand 1, 2, 3 languages but not all. But image analytics plays a very important role. They read the text, convert it into your language and help you understand instructions, product quality, expiries, uses. It has also helped in tracking and tracing material, improving safety. So, if not even a single, I would say, area under manufacturing goes untouched. So, image analytics is across manufacturing dimensions. There's a lot to speak, but these are few examples which we basically explains about manufacturing and applications. Thank you.
Yes, yes, it is really end to end. There's no nook and corner which is left out. Really amazing. Okay, now that we have talked about the what and the why, let's spend a small portion of our time on this webinar on the how part of it. Rahul, you are in trouble because you will have to explain us the technical side of it. Please give us something about what technologies are there right now, which are there in the space, which enterprises can consider seriously. Rahul.
Thank you. Thank you, Pratima. And there are lots of possibility in this domain. Let me tell you, technology is getting involved day by day. So when I say image processing is the manipulation of visual data either to achieve an aesthetic quality or to derive data from it and support another task. However, when it comes to the application of this technology, the image processing helps to bridge the gap between how we see things and how device digitally view things. So it is quite obvious that our visual system does not see the world the way a computer or scanner does. Image processing helps to merge the two and remove some of the stark differences between them so that devices move, interact, and see the way we do. Example, let me tell you, we have technologies like face recognitions. So a face recognition is a technology capable of identifying or verifying a subject through an image, video, or any audiovisual element of this face, of any faces. So generally this identification is used to access an application, system, or services. It is a method of biometric identification that uses the body measures, in this case face and head, like you can see. So to verify the identity of a person through its facial biometric patterns and data, this particular domain has a vast possibilities. The technology collects a set of unique biometric data of each person associated with their faces and their facial expression to identify, verify, and authenticate a person. So as I said already, this domain has vast of possibilities, and the technology is getting day by day evolve. And let me tell you guys, you're going to get amazed day by day by this technology. Thank you.
That means, Rahul, all this is really available right now and it is enterprise grade.
Exactly, and it is getting day by day, new technologies are coming in this domain.
Wow. Okay. But I would play the devil's advocate again. And for that, I'll come to Charu. What are the actual challenges here? Are we facing any skill issues? Are there any maturity level concerns that we should be aware about?
So, so Pratima, I would say very well touched on. Rahul has also spoken about technology and very well touched on challenges. So we need to understand why there are challenges in today's time and why do we really need to talk about them. Image analytics, if you really look, is machine and image. So we have been hearing about machines from centuries, and then came computers in early 19th century, and in years back, or I would say few years back, we've started listening hearing about image. So image analytics or image per se is very new. Technology is evolving. There are a lot of research that is happening. There is also very too much of experimentation that is happening in this area. So with all these, as it is new, there the maturity has to come in due course of time. Currently, the challenges that one face is availability and scalability of storage, processing of these images, high definition images. You also need a huge supply of data analytical skill set human beings and specialized professionals to deal with these kind of scenarios. Moreover, image analytics or even no technology can be seen, I would say, in isolation. You really need to ensure that there is end-to-end integration of image data with your current enterprise processes like CRM, ERP. Otherwise, the entire, I would say, purpose will be defeated. And image analytics in per se cannot work in isolation. So you also need to solve the problem of fragmentation of data sources, formats, devices. So as you grow on the maturity of this application, these problems have to be resolved, and then only you will be able to develop cases, build ROI and customer experience for the overall, I would say, holder stakeholders.
Right. So integration and ROI, we cannot ignore them.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, great. Uh, we are moving towards the final leg of the webinar, but Bhaskar, you mentioned these two words earlier when you were talking about the industries, image and analytics. Can we merge them? Can we mix them? And what happens if we do that?
Great, Pratima, and I'm very excited to have this question answered. And it's a very exciting question, and I would like to answer it with the help of examples, Pratima, because images are everywhere
Sure.
and worth not just 1,000 words, but 1,000 tweets or texts or anything not visual. Life is fast-paced, and social images are part of. And as a result of that, a pace. What type or swipe or an image says everything and more. Image analysis is not a far technology. It's already used every day by most people without their even realizing it. Whatever you use to back up photos on your phone, social media photos. For example, it's already categorizing your images, whether you asked it or not. Go ahead and do a search sometime. You will be stunned at the accuracy your smartphone has to tell you which pictures are of zoo you visited with your nephew versus your boss retirement party. Facial recognition is not limited to crime dramas. Your phone already uses that too. Image analytics takes that technology up a notch, categorizing images for social media and sorting them according to everything applied to text, gender, age, facial recognition, objects, actions, scenes, topics, sentiments, and brand logos. We are just at the beginning. When you consider how far social images or analytics has come in a few years or short years, images or imagine where image analytics will be as technologies like artificial intelligence, augmented reality, virtual reality become more prevalent. We already use machine learning and AI technology to power our image analytics, and whatever is next on the horizon, you can be sure we will innovate as you we need to include it. So it gives you lots of benefits. Because of the time, I would like to just name it out. Image analysis offers great accuracy. I would say it makes sentiment analysis more complete, and also it helps identify better sponsorship partners. It assesses the value of potential influencers, let's brand understand how, where, and when. So to conclude, how it combines is that image analytics is relatively new, but not so new you want to wait add it to your arsenal. You need every edge you can get it to keep ahead of your competitors, and understanding the visual side of your coin might be just the thing that you puts out in front. Thank you.
Okay, okay. So new, but not so new, and really not that far off. That's a
Yes.
very good note to end this webinar. And thank you so much, everyone. But before we wrap up, I want to have a quick word from each one of you about the future of this technology. Can we jump some years ahead and just close our eyes and imagine what it is going to be like? Rahul, we'll start with you.
Thank you, Pratima. And let me tell you, in my opinion, the future of image processing will lay the framework for new technologies and business model. As I already mentioned earlier, that key concern in agriculture include quality of yield and water stress. So as image processing technology extract information from images and integrate it for a wide range of applications. So in future, it will be very easy for farmers to either decide either go for harvesting or not. So all these type of analysis are very good, very useful for farmers in future. And I let me tell you that image processing is already being used by a diverse range of companies, and it holds a huge potential of wide adoption in the future. Also, as it is widely said, data is what you need to do analytics, and information is what you need to do business. And this is the main objective of image processing, which is extracting information from the data. So we are really looking forward for this domain, and we are so excited for this particular technology.
Data and business. Good words to sink in. Bhaskar, do you want to add something to that?
Yes, yes, Pratima, thank you very much. And I can foresee image analytics in the future because I have been foreseeing that it will be used by doctors with a second opinion for any algorithms, any operations. They can have the second opinion as the image analytics algorithms. You can have the real-time vehicle damage assessment that can be done with the help of image analytics. You can help people in finding the missing person. That is also one of the important use case for image analytics in the coming years or coming months, I would say. It also speeds up the airport traffic by using image analytics. They expect to improve the airport ability to move passengers from arrival through security to their departure gate and significantly boost capacity. And it also helps in speeding the check-in baggage in and out. It will also help you in finding the guests at the royal wedding. For example, you're attending an event, so image recognition is being used to support or an ever-growing list of businesses use cases. These practical application of deep learning image analytics are due to advanced in machine learning algorithms. So it also helps in finding the people or the celebrities who are attending the events. So it will be reducing the efforts that you take in finding the people in any event. So this is the some of the use cases I can foresee right now in image analytics in the coming years, coming months, or maybe a couple of years. Yeah, thank you.
Wow. Not all dry and boring stuff. Some really exciting stuff coming our way.
Yes,
Superb.
thank you.
Charu,
Thank you.
what do you think? Thank you.
Oh,
Charu, do
so
you think all
close.
this is possible? It's happening? Yeah.
Yeah, all this is possible. And in fact, if you really close your eyes and think where the world of image analytics is going to take you, so there are few points that I just want to speak here. That
Sure.
I would just take three examples where these three main things is going to touch our individual's life. So what Naren mentioned about driverless cars or self-driven vehicles. So just imagine a world where you are looking for something very specific, and you are on a self-driving vehicle. You can't search. You just put that image into your app, and the vehicle or the with image analytics is actually search the destination where in which shop you find that image, and the driverless car takes your self-driven vehicle takes you to the shop for picking up that material. You really don't need to search or visit retail houses to search that product. It's all images that's driving you there. In on the medical
Wow.
front, if you really think, there will be billion of images that will be trained to help doctors and medical professionals to diagnose and perform surgeries. Education, where image analytics will be helping students with learning disabilities to register and learn better through verbal text. Moreover, there will be computer visions which will be used to transfer text, allow text to transfer into optics, taking attendance, judging attentiveness of students. So if you really think, there are various domains where image analytics is going to help and touch human lives per se. So it is really unimaginable but true. Image analytics will be everywhere in the coming future.
My God. When you put it in those many words, it really becomes a very visualized future. Great. So, yes, now, Naren, please conclude this thing, wrap it up for us, and uh, add anything you want to add to this.
Sure. Thank you, Pratima. From my perspective, guys, image technology is going to drive our future. There's absolutely no doubt about it. From automation of payments to contactless travel to the way we use finance, shop, learn, commute, buy, sell, anything you can think of, everything will be empowered with image technologies. Just wait till AI really start dancing with images. Our world will become super seamless and super intuitive with the more as we move ahead. In addition to that, we change our behavior when we observe and we improve. So definitely uh, look for that too, please. It's certainly going to help and improve your efficiency and cost effectiveness. I encourage everyone attending this webinar to please give us a call, send us an email, and let's have a chat. Thank you.
Wow. It really felt like, I'm sitting in some time travel bubble and already some years ahead. Thank you, everyone, Naren, Bhaskar, Rahul, Charu, because you gave us such a visceral view of what it is like to use image technology and what can really happen, all the possibilities, and that too in an enterprise context. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope the
Thank
future
you.
arrives soon and we are having a good time there. Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thanks,
Thank you,
everyone, for joining
Pratima.
us.
Thank you,
Okay.
everyone.
Cheers.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Good day. Bye.